Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. Today we have the 1983 Kawasaki KLT 3-wheeler. This is a tool we use in the yard. My wife uses it pretty much every weekend in the yard. We hook her cart to the back and she uses it to do gardening. So I'll give you a quick walk around on this thing. We bought it from a couple of years ago from the original owner. It had been owned by a family up in on a ranch in Mississippi, and I got it from them. They used it to work. That's all it was. They had a box on the back that kept it back there, and then just used it. Bought it brand new 1983, and it stayed on the ranch the whole time. It needs some love, and it's going to get some this year. But right now we have it's not starting, so I'll show you what it does pretty quickly. Let me just set you guys up, and I'll put you over here, show you what it's doing. It's a no. It's got fire. It's just not getting any fuel, and it just started. We think probably think it's a fuel issue, fuel pump issue. So we'll show you kind of what it's doing, and then we'll get to work on working it through. So we'll turn the key on, and you can hear the fuel pump ticking, but it doesn't ever stop ticking. So because of that, we're not firing. So I think it's not getting any fuel, so we're going to do some testing on it to check, because the fuel pump should stop ticking once the bowl fills up, so once it gets the right pressure. So we'll pull this off just so we can get to it a little bit more. Cool thing about this bike, this little 3-wheeler, is I do have the factory service manual for it, which is cool. And the other cool thing is back here, it came with a factory toolkit, which is really cool. So that lives in the trunk back here. And so we'll just lock this thing down. I'm going to pull. What I want to do is disconnect the fuel pump, not the fuel pump, but the fuel line into the carburetor right down here. Let me drop you guys down. I'll show you exactly where it is. And disconnect that line and see if I'm getting juice coming out of it. I'm actually getting some stuff coming out, some fuel coming out of it. So let me get you guys down here so you can see what we have going on. Oh, that should be far enough. That should put you in frame. One more. Okay, this should be pretty good. Put you a light on. There we go. And we're looking to pull this line off. I'll get you guys a little bit more light. We're looking to get this line off right here, and let's see if we get any kind of juice out of it, because I'm not getting anything. I did even pull the drain plug off earlier to see if I get some fuel coming out, but I'm not getting any. So it may be a fuel pump, it may be a fuel filter, or maybe a combination of the both. So let's see if I can get this guy off of here. I'm gonna need my glasses so I can actually see what's going on. So if I can get in here, get out of your way a little bit. Get in here, get this guy off. Put this guy down. And then this is my line from here. Looks like I am getting some. So from here, if I turn this thing on, we should get some fuel pumping out, right? So let me get this guy off. Maybe it'll make it a little easier to see. So we should get some fuel pumping out. So let's see if that's it. Yep, we have fuel. You can see we have fuel pumping, which is good. Not our fuel pump. So it's got to be a clog right here in this. Next thing is going to be to pull the carburetor off, so that, although I do have some, oh, that was what was already in this container. So I will, next thing I'm going to do is pull off that, I'll pull this hat off this carburetor, pull the top of it off, and get you guys so you can see it. Pull this, unscrew, take the, see if I can get you a little closer. Maybe easier just to put you in on this side so you can actually see. Coming out of the way. You put you right in there. There we go. Go right there. This is where I'm going to get off. Let me get a Phillips head screwdriver so I can then take that guy off. I'll pull the throttle out. We'll check and see. It could just be that my float's stuck. Again, we haven't ridden it much throughout the winter. Normally it gets ridden pretty much every day during the season, so to speak. So let me go ahead and pull this off. So it could be that the float's just kind of dirty in there. So we'll have to undo both sides of this, both sides of these guys. And then we'll pull this guy off and see if we have anything of substance inside. Just getting this guy off. Let's get that guy off. Let's see. Yep, that's one way to do it. And then just get that guy off. We might as well just, while it's here, we'll go inside, we'll go into the shop and we'll pull it apart and see what it looks like. Okay guys, just wanted to give you, show you what ultrasonic cleaner I'm using. This is just a good size. I think it's like a 6-liter ultrasonic cleaner. I think I got it on eBay. Pretty reasonable. And just drop everything in till it's underwater. If I need to, I can dump this here and give me a little bit more room, a little more reach. Everything's underwater. Let's see if I can get this guy to, maybe I'll just go up like, see if I can get it a little flatter. Yeah, I can go up like that. That'll get everything. Pretty good. That'll get everything. And already have the bowl and the jets in there. The good thing I like about this guy is it has both a heater, so it'll heat it, and a timer, so it'll just run. So I'm gonna stick this guy up here. I'm gonna put a towel on top of it just so it doesn't make so much racket. And then I'm gonna go ahead and while this thing's cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and put some. I'm gonna check to make sure we have spark on that, just so we're not chasing our tail and find out that all we needed was some spark on that. So I'm gonna pull the spark plug off and see what we have. So, okay guys, let's go ahead and pop this spark plug off, see what we have. See what it looks like. I can't remember what spark plug it is, so we'll look at it. We'll go. I think I have. I believe I have an extra one, but as soon as I get it out, I'll be able to tell. It could be that spark plug could have fouled, so we'll check. It's a B80S. As always, we can go get one of those. It's a pretty popular spark plug that we have. So I saved the old ones and then just clean them because they're not really old. They just get fouled, and so they need to clean. So you can see this is one that I've cleaned. You know, it still works. Gap should be there. So what I want to do is check to make sure. I'll find my boot. Check to make sure I do have some sparks. So let's check that. Let's ground it right there. See if I can turn this. Oh. You got to remember that you have the fuel pump turned off, turned on. If not, you'll end up with the mess just like I ended up with. So let's wait before we check spark and turn this thing on, because I'd rather have that fuel pump hooked up to the carburetor as opposed to right there just shooting fuel all over the place, because then I'll have to if I get spark, it's all gonna go up in flames. So let me just pause on this for a second. We'll check to make sure we have spark once we get the carburetor clean. So I'll get back with you guys in just a few minutes. Okay, let's take two. What I did is I went ahead and got a fuel can, run some more line to it so I can pump the gas directly into the fuel tank. So we'll be nice and safe. We don't have to worry about catching up anything on fire or blowing anything up, burning down the house. So let me just see if I can get a little closer, see if I can hit the button. Same time I'm doing that, and hopefully I can get it to where you guys get a chance to see it at some point. Let me see if I can get this guy grounded, see if I can do it without shocking myself. See if we can get it in there. Turn this guy on, and then, yeah, I got spark. Let me see if I can get it to where you can see it. Hopefully you can pick it up right there. Good spark, because it shocks me every time I pull it off, take it off the head. There you go, you see that. Got good spark, so now we just got to make sure we're getting fuel to the carburetor and we're getting everything we need. So that, at least we're able to check that, tick that box off. We know we have spark. I'm going to put in better, we'll put in this spark plug because we know this spark plug to be good compared to, again, compared to this one. It could be fouled. So let's go ahead and check this. We'll do that. Maybe we'll spray a little bit of juice in the intake and see if we just get some kind of spark over while we're doing that. So let's see. Pull this guy off. This should be good. Let me just get a little starting fluid, see if we can get it to pop off a little bit. And it could be that we didn't have a bad carburetor, although it was pretty dirty inside, but could be that we just need a little bit of a different spark plug. Let's see if I got some starting fluid or if I have something I can use. Yeah, carb cleaner looks good enough. That's good. Story of my life, trying to get a nozzle. Okay, we have some carb cleaner. Let's just spray a little bit into the intake and see if we get anything, see if we just get to make some noise. Let's just try this. Yeah, so that was probably our issue, was that this spark plug was fouled, but the good thing is we're gonna do a whole bunch of maintenance on this guy while we have it out, just to get it ready for the season. So we're gonna end up changing the oil, and good thing that we're cleaning the carburetor. It does live outside, so we're gonna go through and pressure washed it last week. We'll probably give it another good pressure washing, and then I'll paint the engine. We're eventually gonna redo all of these. This spring, I'm planning on, this plastic had faded so much, we had spray bombed on top of it. I'm gonna look to see if I can get these decals, or either have these decals remade. We're gonna try to clean up, sand down all these, pull off all the stickers, sand down all this plastic, get it to, if we need to put a little body filler on it and sand it really good, give it a good painting on this, on all the plastics. I'm gonna repair the plastics here, where I've got this crack here. I've got a plastic weld kit that we're gonna go ahead and just do that, just to make it, you know, it's made it this far since 1983, so it's almost 40 years old. So if we can get it to last a few more years as a workhorse and as a tool like it is, that's what we'll do. So we're gonna, we just gotta wait for the ultrasonic cleaner. We'll clean the carburetor, put it back on now that we have a new spark plug. We'll probably adjust it a bit just to make sure, because it looks like it was running a little rich. See if we can lean it out a little bit just so it runs a little bit better. So I'll get back to you as soon as this carb finishes cleaning. GoPro stop. Okay, let's go ahead and get this carburetor out of here. It has been cooking for about 45 minutes or so, maybe a little longer. It's gonna be super hot, but it's way cleaner than what it was before. Let me just get this. So put this guy up here. Use this to get this guy out. And this is my jets. Get this guy out, but you can see how much. That's just a quick. You can see how much cleaner that is already from where it was before. Same thing here, everything clear. I'm going to go ahead and just hose it down with a little bit of carb cleaner. Just to, before I put it over here, I'm just going to clean it a little bit. Just all the little passages. Yeah, that guy will be good. Same thing with this guy. I should be able to come clean now. There you go. The guy will shoot through these. And then shoot this one through. Yep. All going to be clean. Clean up this mess. Awesome. Let's get putting this guy back together. Won't take us but a few minutes. Not even that long. Yeah, it's super clean. Although we know now after already going through and checking for spark, it was probably just that, but we'll go ahead and put it back together. At least it'll be nice and clean to start with. Just to start this season, it has been sitting, so we did see a bunch of junk in it, so it wasn't a waste of time. It probably still would have ran, but we know now it'll just run a little better. Let me just get this guy tight. And same thing, make sure this guy is nice and tight. Put this guy on. Should have got my glasses. This guy. One side has a lip. If I can figure out which side that is. Come on, there we go. Good. This guy. Put my gasket back on. I took it off. Sometimes in the ultrasonic cleaner, it'll swell up and it won't go back in. So I like to just pull them off. If I had a carb kit, I could put a new gasket on. I would, but I don't, so I won't. Let's make sure we get it in there. We can get it seated. Look at that, and I just got 4 screws. And then we should be able to pop this thing back on and put it back on the 3-wheeler, and we should be good to go. So next thing you should see is me cranking this 3-wheeler back up. Okay guys, I got the carb back on, and let's go ahead and crank this sucker up. Let me give it a little bit of choke if I can find it. There it is. Give it a little bit of choke. Turn the key on. There we go. There we go. Looks like we got the three-wheeler all sorted out. Nice little 1983 Kawasaki KLT 250. We pulled the carb off, cleaned it up really good, and changed the spark plug. So now it's that part's done. The only thing we have left to do is go ahead and change the oil and do some service stuff. We'll paint it up just to we'll paint up the engine and the exhaust just to make it look a little bit better and to keep it from rusting. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time.